everyone. Welcome to 31 Media Podcast. My name is Vaishni Nashte. I'm the marketing and PR manager here at 31 Media. Today's podcast is in collaboration with the Digital Transformation Awards and the AI Summit and Awards that are coming up in 2025. These are two separate B2B events that are organized by 31 Media. So if you're interested in attending, speaking, or exhibiting your tech solutions at these events, please follow the link in the description to do so. Joining us today is Charlotte Chaze, who's the CEO and founder of Break Into Tech, that empowers individuals to break into the tech industry who have no previous experience in technology. Charlotte has been featured in Fortune, Business Insider, BuzzFeed, and many more publications. She's also written a fantastic article on our DevOps Online platform on how digital transformation is currently reshaping the education sector. So make sure to give that a read. The link will be in the description as well. So without any further ado, welcome, Charlotte. How are you today?
Thank you. Thanks so much for the kind introduction. I'm super excited to talk about digital transformation. It's something I'm really passionate about.
Yeah, your profile looks very interesting, and I'd love for you to share that with our audience. Like, could you tell our audience a bit more about yourself and your background?
Yeah, sure. So for me, I got into this space originally when I wanted to leave my career that I hated. I was working as
Mm,
a research assistant, working crazy long hours, and just not getting paid enough. So I taught myself data analytics using free information online and immediately got a high paying job. And then within 4 years, I was making 150K. And I just realized that because this is so accessible, there's a low barrier to entry. And then there's this gap where people just don't know about it. So I jumped on that and started posting on TikTok, telling people how to do exactly what I did. And then that's how my business break into tech started.
amazing. Beautiful. Yeah. Like I see you've been posting a lot on LinkedIn and you've got so many followers on TikTok as well. So you're educating so many people out there.
Mhm.
You mentioned about digital transformation earlier. From your experience, like what are some of the most significant ways that we see today digital transformation is currently reshaping education?
Oh, yeah. It's totally disrupting how people can get an education and a good high paying career. It's making that accessible for anyone who wants to learn it. So, traditional education hasn't kept up with technology. So, people are finishing expensive degrees and still aren't able to land a job because they weren't taught the skills that are actually needed for modern jobs. So, online education allows anyone with internet access to learn anything. Most desirable jobs now are done from a computer, and that means you can learn the skills for those jobs on a computer. I think people also distrust large corporations and universities because we've seen
Mm,
them prioritize people over profit. And so it can be a lot easier to trust a YouTuber or a small business when you want to learn a specific career set. And that's where online learning platforms come in, and that's why they're getting so popular. They're also flexible, affordable, and they focus only on the information you actually need. So you can finish a lot faster instead of taking 4 years.
yeah, absolutely. And we've obviously seen like a huge surge when it comes to online learning platforms. And do you think like how has the rise of online learning platforms and digital credentials, how have these impacted career advancements and opportunities for people out there?
Yeah, so online learning platforms are making it possible for anyone to change careers or advance in their career. I teach data analytics, so I like to use that as an example. Want to learn how to do data analytics? Cool, you
Mm,
can Google it and choose between an online course or a series of YouTube videos, depending on how much guidance you want. And then as far as advancement, say you want to pivot from data analyst to data scientist to access those crazy high multi six-figure salaries, you can learn machine learning online for free or cheap. And then being able to learn a new career online also opens up the door for people who don't have the time or money for traditional education. And the biggest trends that
right.
I'm seeing for who is doing that are stay-at-home moms who want to start working again, teachers who want to change careers, and people in service jobs who just want a more respected job with more pay.
Mhm.
So career advancement and opportunities are suddenly accessible for anyone now.
Yeah, absolutely. And how do you see like the shift from degree-based qualifications to skill-based learning impacting both, job seekers as well as employers in the coming years?
Yeah, so here's the trick for job seekers. When you learn new skills online, keep track of the projects that you do along the way. And then those projects will become your portfolio to show recruiters and hiring managers that you're ready for the new career because they care about whether you can do the job. And a portfolio proves that you can, no matter what your previous work experience was. And then from the employer side, they're aware of this shift that's happening and they're actively hiring people with no previous experience other than teaching themselves online because of the portfolios. And
Mhm.
that's exactly how my students get hired. That's how I got my first data analytics job. And then, of course, there are some recruiters and hiring managers who are more stuck in the tradition of wanting a 4-year degree for no reason. But that
Yeah.
is changing because being open to job seekers with non-traditional means of career education means it's easier for an employer to find a great person to hire.
Mm-mm-mm. Absolutely, absolutely. And I think even when it comes to finding the right person in recruitment, it's so important to like have those networking opportunities as well, isn't it? Like, for example, even with our we've got like a DevOps conference upcoming in October this year. And I've seen a lot of people talk about data analytics, and it's obviously a skill that is growing rapidly, right? It's quite important for each and every person today within DevOps, within tech industry. Would you be able to shed some light on why data analytics is becoming such a critical skill today in the job
Yeah,
market,
I'd love to.
as well as like the digital learning platforms as well? Like, is it making it a bit more accessible? What do you think? What's your opinion?
Yeah, so let's use an example for this. So we're accepting cookies on almost every website we visit these days, but does anyone know why that is? It's because every company is a tech company now, in that they're all seeing the value in data and they're all collecting as much as possible and analyzing it. They use that data to increase profits or to improve their products and services. But the data they collect is so vast that it doesn't fit in an Excel spreadsheet, for example. It gets organized into databases with dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of tables and nearly
Yeah.
endless rows and columns because they're collecting everything imaginable. So, data analysts are the people who know how to turn that ridiculousness into something tangible for everyone else at the company to understand and
Something
do
that
something.
makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Yeah.
data analysts are also starting to use new technologies like AI to go even deeper into the data and uncover correlations and interesting information even faster.
Yeah, right. My next question to you is more from like a future perspective. With digital transformation, what role do you think it will play when it comes to helping individuals today continuously upskill and adapt to future job demands?
Yeah, so it's going to have to be, education will need to be flexible, it'll need to be accessible and even adaptable. People are really starting to see what a ripoff traditional education is, and we want
Yeah.
something that will have results if we're going to invest our time into it. So
Hmm.
most people aren't truly interested in learning tech skills. We're interested in getting paid well so we can live a comfortable life. And then as you learn the tech skills, hopefully you'll gain an interest and have fun with it. But having those tech skills is one of the easiest ways to make that comfortable life happen. And they can be learned online for free. So online learning platforms are making it possible. And then new technologies on learning platforms like AI are making it even easier and faster. So
Yeah.
digital transformation as a whole is empowering anyone to learn anything by breaking down those barriers that come with traditional education, like the money, time, and access that nobody has.
Yeah. There's absolutely no limit today, isn't it, when it comes to learning, especially with AI, open source information out there. There's literally zero limit these days to learn anything that you want.
Honestly, exactly. And the only difference is, if you want a lot of guidance, you might have to pay a few $100s. if you just take it on yourself, you can literally learn a whole new career on YouTube for $0.
Mm, true, true, very true. But thank you so much, Charlotte, for your time on the 31 Media podcast today. Also for sharing such insightful information. I can't wait for the audience to even read your article on our DevOps online platform. So thank you so much for writing that for us as well.
Thanks so much for having me. I love this topic.
Amazing, perfect. Well, thank you.